This is it. This was like our whole budget. Like, that's it. There is no plan. This is plan B. There is no plan C. If this thing doesn't run, we just have ourselves a big ass heavy paperweight. You know, like I'm gonna put paper under the tires just so it holds it down, and that's what this thing is good for.
Damn.
I know. Not getting any oil pressure. But the engine was spinning, right?
Yep. Uh-oh.
I got transmission. Alright. I guess let's put the core support on. Whoever is the genius that put that battery box right there is now blocking the transport line.
All right, there we go.
That was scary.
Signs are turning towards us.
Now we just need to that and that and no plugs, plug wires. Dude, that new fuel pump is amazing. That thing's already completely full. All right, cool. That's one thing down. Let's I'll double check the oil. We'll put some plugs in it. We'll do the wires, and then we'll fire this thing up. And hopefully it runs. These are a very, very low heat range spark plug. I don't want to burn a hole in anything. I don't know enough about these heads to decide on a good set, so. Gap and spark plugs. It came pre-gap 240, I bet. See, that's why you check your spark plug gaps. They're supposed to be gapped to 45. These things rattle around and they shake in the boxes, and what happens is they close up. So I'm nowhere near where I need to be. I'm much too tight. So we're gonna bend those out. There's a couple different spark plug tools. You see stuff like that sitting there on the counter at the auto parts store. You see stuff like that. Same idea. They both do the same thing. Although this one gives you, I like this one a lot. This will tell you exactly what it is, and either it fits or it doesn't. Also, these right here are for prying this thing up, which is good, really handy. These ones right here are kind of cool too, though. You set it here and you slide it into place, and then this piece right here is actually for bending things out and up. Oh, same exact tool at the end of the day, just preference. My wife wants to paint it like a dark burgundy. Name it Venom. I mean, name it Carnage. And we need a black car, we'll call that one Venom.
That's badass, dude.
I know, because I'm thinking 68 Firebird, we'll call that one Venom. Call this one Carnage. So yeah, paint. If all goes well, and this runs, here's the next steps. We will do the rear suspension, obviously, because that's the only thing we haven't touched. The rear brakes are done, the front brakes are done, the front suspension's done, the trans is new. We gotta do the rear end eventually, but I'm still looking for a decent Ford 9-inch for a decent price, which may take me a while. Yeah, rear suspension, paint. We gotta finish some floorboards, weld those bad boys in. But that's a future next problem. Also future next problem. Stop throwing stuff on the ground. We're ready. We're gonna fire it up. We're gonna hope for the best, and honestly, maybe it'll go well. Spark plug wires that are on it are not the right ones. They're gonna burn up pretty much immediately. Honestly, the ones I got didn't fit, which sucks. These are like literally touching the header. So we're gonna run this thing. They're gonna pretty much melt immediately, but that's okay. With this point, we just wanna see if this thing will even run at all. And we are running an open header. It's gonna be nice and loud, and I'm gonna put some earplugs in, and that's it. Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the concerns that we had, and
there's no concerns. This is perfect. I've been crying the whole day. Again? The battery might be dead. Ugh. Try again? One more time. One more time. All right. That sucks. Let's go ahead and take a step back, I guess. It didn't fire up. You saw that. I was under the dash right now, and I did see there is a wire unplugged. I believe it's the wire going to the coil. For some reason, this guy buried the coil under the dash, and I think when I pulled the wire to try and reconnect him, I pulled it off the coil. So I reconnected that. I hope that's what that's to. Really, it's a rat's nest under there. You guys know how it is working on someone else's car. We're gonna give it another shot, though.
nice.
Is that one on?
Yeah, we're all good. Come on, baby, come on. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, we're way off. Yeah, don't do that. Whoa. Rotate it? Yeah, that's unhappy.
Yeah.
Try it again. Alright, key on, try it again.
Damn!
Yeah, that thing's badass. I was trying to time it, I forgot I unplugged the timing light. I was like, what the hell? Hold on, we'll try it again. Stay there.
Alright.
Yeah, that thing sounded mean.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Smells like fire. Alright, try it again.
Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Alright. We got 12 degrees at idle. That's enough for now.
Damn.
I think it's mean, huh?
Yeah, dog.
Alright, let's lock down that distributor. So you're gonna like bring it up to like 2,000 RPM, hold it there for a little bit, and then go to 2,500, and then go down to like 1,500, like you know,
How
like
long is a little bit? 20 seconds?
like a minute. Yeah, we're gonna break it in throughout its duty cycles, essentially. Car runs, we push this thing out so it's not just filling up this place with exhaust and being super loud in here. We don't really need to mate the cam not like a real break-in. We're not really breaking the cam in. The cam is old, but I did do new lifters. So what we're gonna do is kind of simulate what you would do if you were breaking in the cam. I set the baseline timing pretty much immediately. We didn't have this thing running for more than 30 seconds. At this point though, what I'm gonna do is Taylor's gonna get in the car. He's gonna bring it up to like 2,500 RPM, let it sit for a while, then go to like 3,000, 1,500, 3,500. We're gonna go through the different RPM ranges for about 15-20 minutes so we can really break in those lifters, mate the lifters to the cam lobes. That's what we're doing. Honestly, we probably don't really need to do that, but I figure there's plenty of people out there that need to break in a cam. This is pretty much how you do it.
It's loud.
Oh my god, I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. I need a cheeseburger.
I was hoping for some sort of reward.
Let's go do that.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so this wasn't even, honestly this wasn't even supposed to be a video, but I got really I needed to fire it up. It was weighing on me, it was really bothering me, it was causing me anxiety and I wasn't sleeping.
Nightmares even.
The nightmares even. That being said, I ordered this radiator from Summit Racing. I've always wanted to try one. It might be junk, who knows, but to be honest, first impressions with it, it's pretty nice. They're like under 300 bucks for like a 3-core or even a 4-core. I bought the 3-core. It seems like plenty to me. If anything, it seems like overkill. And a couple of things I didn't talk about that you didn't, the headers. I know I mentioned it earlier, but the headers and the Edelbrock Performer intake, as well as these Chevy valve covers, I bought off Craigslist for 100 bucks for the whole set. It was pretty awesome. Pretty excited about that actually. The headers are just covered in dents, but that's fine. It suits my purposes. I'm not worried about it. And the valve covers are chrome and shiny, and they'll probably leak everywhere, but that's okay too. As of right now, nothing's leaking at all. As you know, you can leave it down overnight, and sometimes stuff comes up, but it's probably just be the valve covers. If anything, the important thing is it doesn't look like my oil pan's leaking, which I didn't think it would. I put a nice gasket in it. This is not a real wrap-up. This thing will be in more episodes. I will actually show you how to install a distributor and doing the timing because I have to redo the spark plug wires. Anyways, I'll do a video on that because really we just glossed over it. I wanted it to run. Taylor wanted it to run.
Oh yeah.
And we're very excited about that. So, if you like what we do with the El Camino, it will be back. It will be doing more stuff. I have plenty more stuff planned for this car.
Lots of tweaks coming.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe, and once again, thank you for getting us to 1,000 subs.